Hi, I'm BryCox with BryCoxWORKSHOPS.com, and I've got some great questions to answer this week. The first comes from Sonia, and she asked about getting expression. Particularly, I just got back. I was asked to speak over in Photo Beijing, and I was also taken from there over to Inner Mongolia as like part of this little mini, I don't know, like ambassadors of photographers. But there's like, I was the only American. There was someone from Malta, from France, from Germany, and there's like Indonesia, a few of us, and we all went. They took us to kind of just have this big kind of like little event, I guess, for just a small group of us in Inner Mongolia to create some really great images and just kind of honor us. They gave us robes and things. But the big thing is I've been posting pictures on my portrait blog. So my portrait website's BryCox.com. You can click on blog, see some of the images I've been doing in China and Mongolia, and I really like street portraits. And the reason why I like street portraits is because, one, I just like faces. I like people. I think people are really interesting. And I like getting expression. Even in my studio here, when I'm doing portraits of a kid or a family, or let's say I'm doing a wedding, right? It's about lighting, and it's about expression, getting absolutely great expressions. And that's one of the hardest things. How do you get great expressions? Well, I can talk about it in English, right? I have all these little tricks and things. But what about somebody who doesn't speak English? What about somebody who's in another country, right? So I produced this little book here, and you can see, like, I don't know, I'll cut to some of these images, but I've got a lot of images of faces and people, and they are smiling just as big as can be, and they are happy, and they're grinning at me. And the point is, how do you get people to smile and connect, especially when you don't speak their language and if you're in another area? And here's the other thing about street portraits is you have literally a second to get a great shot. You can't sit there and work with them like you can in a studio. So, okay, I have with me just a camera. My actual favorite camera I'm using for video right here, but this is very similar. It's the same size, same kind of thing. Very typical of what I'd carry when I'm doing street portraits. So I just want something very small. I also carry like a little point and shoot. I tend to use that one a lot too. I'll show you that one. It's in my bag. I'll show you that in another video. Because I have another video. The other question I got was gear, equipment. What kind of equipment that I tend to use? I'll cover that in my next video. But here's the big thing. It's all about eye contact and smiling. So you're not going to get great expressions if you're growling at somebody or if you're unaware of their space, right? If you're like getting in too close or being threatening in any way, you're not going to get a great smile. So the trick is to be unassuming, to be quick with your gear, quick with your shot, and to grab it right when you get the right expression. So what I would do is I'd see somebody, I might, pre-focus, set my camera, f-stop, shutter, ISO, get that all set. It's all pre-done. I might even pre-focus in something a very similar area so I know it's all pre-focused. And I just maybe have it like this and I'm walking, and then I would stop, and I know the angle, and I'm trying to compose maybe this person with the background. I would stop, look at them, wave, and then they would wave at me and smile, and I go, grab it, and I would wave, and I'd walk off. But I have to give them a big smile. I just walk up and go like this, and I smile at them, and they are going to smile back. If I walk up and just go, man, they're cool and interesting, and I got kind of a scowl, and I come in there really close, this is intimidating, right? So instead, I get my camera ready, I'm smiling, I walk up, I wave, point to my camera. It's like I'm going to take a picture. Is this okay? Sometimes people like wave me off. Okay, and I won't take the picture. I'll keep walking. It's a great face, great spot. I can see it. I'll kind of position myself in just the right area where it's just perfectly composed. And then I get my camera like this, and I just wave, and I point to my camera, and I smile. That's the big trick. And then I just fast take it. I'm not going to sit there and go make it a big photo shoot, right? Again, that becomes intimidating. It's about being quick and being fast and smiling. So just like the old adage, there's the old fable, right, about the wind and the sun, right? And they see a guy walking. It's an old Aesop fable, right? They see the guy walking. They have a bet. Who can get the guy to take his coat off? The wind tries first. He tries to blow the coat off with force. And the guy just holds his coat on tighter. The sun just warms the guy up with heat, and then the guy just takes his own coat off on his own accord. It's the same thing with photography. You can't force an expression, you have to bring it out. And it all comes down to you as the photographer. And I know it can be intimidating to walk up to a stranger, but I actually think it's really fun. If you haven't seen my images, check them out on my blog at BryCox.com. And if you have a photography question for me, send it to me, post below this video, or send it to me at my workshop training website at BryCoxWORKSHOPS.com.